Hello, and welcome. My Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in your sign. Full moon in Gemini to new moon next in Sagittarius. I am your reader, Markangelo Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions. The Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lyons, but you can call me Mel. Hey, sweethearts. Hi, my gems. Are you still outrageous? Are you still truly outrageous? I hope you are. I hope you have found your synergy. Oh my God. I am having a really good time with these particular reads. I'm having a really good week. So I am very in alignment, very relaxed. I have a dear friend, my friend Mark Wendland. Twice Tony nominated award, whatever, for set designer, come to spend Thanksgiving with me, my Scorpio friend, and really looking forward to a lovely couple of days with him. We've both been in lockdown, so it's really nice. So I have a really great Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving to you if you're in the United States, and even if you're not. Happy gratitude, whatever. Here we go. So let's get down to business. My subscribers, thank you so much for following along. Your interest, your likes, your third house communication skills. I know some of you have been sharing my stuff. It's really great to see on Facebook when my name pops up. It's just a pleasure. Just to know my work is getting out there. It's just lovely. So I'm truly thankful, and we are making our way slowly but surely towards 30,000 subscribers. I know I'm not at 2,000 yet, but we're getting there little by little, waxing and waning as we go. So we can do that cool membership thing with the join button, and just think of it, private super chats and content that I couldn't elsewhere put, right? Because it'll be a subscription. You pay once per month and you'll get cool stuff. And that's why if you are new to my channel, new to the Markangelo Lyons Mal for short experience, please do consider, just even if the video resonates for you, just hit the thumbs up. The numbers help people see the stuff. It's just how it works. Yeah. So, and if you like me, you want to subscribe, help me get to 30,000. I promise you will not be disappointed. I tend not to disappoint when it comes to performance. I had a gentleman caller last night. Stuff was touched. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed. So let's get up in this gig, shall we? We are looking at a What Do I Need read, 7-card draw, 7 different divination. Well, they're not all divination systems. 3 of them are healing systems, 2 of them are tarot, and 2 of them are oracles, clues, tips, and hints from my pantheons of the divine, which I'm intimately in contact with all day, all night. This is a great outlet for me and to help serve. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, the standard YouTube stuff. But also do check your other signs, because this is a What Do I Need read. It's like spiritual counseling in 7 cards. And it could be on, you could, if you did Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, you might get 4 different things that you need to deal with this waning moon. And we are looking at the full moon on the 30th of November, 4:30 a.m. So the night before, if you want to do your waxing moon stuff, your full moon stuff, plenty of time for that on Sunday. Not bad, really. Sunday, full moon, waxing side in Gemini, that's lovely. You can do all sorts of cool stuff for that. But it's then the waning moon to the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, it's a new moon on Monday. Been saying someone needs to alert Simon Le Bon, because he's just sort of bon. You still have a crush on him. Said it before, I had the opportunity to boop him in the navel when he was on stage, and I didn't, because I didn't want to be hauled away by security, but that's another close call with fame. I've had a bunch of them in this life. That's just one of my favorites. Little piece of Duran lint in there I wanted to get for him as a Virgo. But anyway, the thing is, though, is that as soon as it new moon at 11:17 a.m. Eastern time, it goes void of course. So there's like no new moon magic, at least in Sagittarius. It's dark moon up to that moment. So it goes into Capricorn 10:35 p.m. Monday night. And I think that's a little too late for me to do a new moon magic thing. We'll see what we do. I always try and do the full moons, the new moons, and the Sabbaths chats here, live streams, something, prayer, spell, meditation on the channel for all that stuff. But what are you going to do? Is that enough exposition? I think that's enough exposition. Focus on your breath. Stay in the present moment. The more relaxed you are, the more in alignment you are with your source, your higher powers, all of that stuff. The guidance and the grace will come. Just pay attention to what's going on in your body, not just your mind while the reading happens. Cool? Let's do this. All the decks that I read are in the description box below, along with some cool links you might want to check out. Not just about me, about, classes and research and stuff like that. Virgo that I am. Ruled by Mercury, you understand. Breathe. Okay. All right, get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. This might be a bumpy read. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, I need one Caroline Mace archetype card for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the archetypal pattern, the soul power being developed in them that they need to alchemize from shadow to light, lead to gold, toxic to healthy? This full moon in Gemini, their sign, which is incredibly powerful for them, to the waning moon, right? So that alchemizing, letting go of the 3 extra atoms in lead to make gold in the new, by the new moon in Sagittarius in December, please. The dominant archetype for them, please, is the gambler. Oh my God. I mean, it's Hermes, Mercury. It's the god of Gemini, essentially. The god of liars, gamblers, thieves, the messenger of the gods, the psychopomp. I love Hermes. There he is. You see him there? There is a little bit of his profile. I love this archetype. I mean, I'm not a literal gambler. Like, I have this memory of going to a resort with a casino when I was younger. Not young, but, you know, old enough to drink. And my mom was like, here's $50, go play the slots. I went to the bar and drank it. I was like, otherwise just throw that shit in the garbage. I'm not a gambler that way. But wait till you hear. Now, we know the shadow side of the gambler, relying on luck rather than hard work. We all know people who've done it. And Lord knows I do it too. It's just like, I don't know, I'm just going to have to roll the fucking dice on this one. I don't have it to give, right? Rather than hard work. And walking a tightrope, right? Blindfolded, the gambler. The light attribute, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. And that is a huge challenge in this time right now for every single one of us, right? The external world looks so uncertain and tremulous, be my fucking vocabulary, uncertain, let's just go that, right? Unknowable. So the challenge of acting on our intuitions, particularly if you're an empath, particularly if you identify more with the internal, the yin, the feminine, the divine feminine, whatever you want to call that, people, their well-meaning nature will try and prevent you from acting on the things that actually your soul is communicating to you, whether it's survival intuition, lower 3 chakras, creative intuition, heart, third eye and crown, or visionary intuition, 8th chakra, right? So I feel like this is you. This could be someone or something as well that you are dealing with. It could be all 3 of those, any combination of them, right? So let's keep going. This is a great start. Feels good. Feels good. Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. So that's our first healing system, right? This is our first oracle. Breathe, because I'm getting excited that this is an action family archetype, and I can feel that. And Gemini is element of air, which is masculine element, right? So I'm feeling that yang, that I feel your yang, Gemini. My angels. God, for the angels of air, my angels of air, and the sign of Gemini, my Raphaelites in the east, please, one card in clarity. What is the healing angel that the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign most needs to work with, call upon, invoke, pray to, however they interact with the higher celestial healing forces? For this new full moon in Gemini, their full moon of the year to the new moon in Sagittarius, November, December 2020. You need to call upon the angel of miracles. Holy crap. See, this is why the gambler, right? If you're just going to go the head centered without the heart centered, without the gut, if you're just going to go with what everybody else is doing, it's like lemmings off a cliff, right? You know, there's no miracle to that. That's just that particular quantum timeline. Though I do talk about miracles. I've been teaching Course in Miracles because I've been a student of Course in Miracles for over 20 years. Yes, I'm a witch that studies Course in Miracles. Cope somehow, find a way to cope. But there are 2 essential definitions of miracles. One is something that defies natural law, right? It's raining upside down, you know, whatever. Water on, it's always about water, right? Water into wine, walking on water. Jay was really big on his aquatic sports. This is also meaning a miraculous healing, something that you could not have seen about. A Course in Miracles says that a miracle is a shift in consciousness from a thought system based in fear, the ego, to a thought system based in love, the soul or the spirit, right? Body identification, spirit identification. And Gemini, you can easily hear both of those voices, but which one will you choose? Call for a miracle. What would the healing angel of miracle do? It would get you miracle ready, right? That healing, and that's a big thing in Course in Miracles, to be miracle minded, right? Now that just doesn't mean positive thinking. That's often about seeing things from a more quantum perspective rather than a Newtonian. Put that in your air popper. Pop it. So to call upon you need to alchemize the gambler, right? To step forward in your intuition, regardless of what other people say or do, because it might be what I call the toxicity of the well-meaning, like people who mean well, but their own fear and their own stories just want to put you in chains. And I understand it's love, but it's fear love. It's tricky shit. Yes, love it. Let's go a little bit deeper. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. What's going on inside of you? What's your yin stuff, right? The stuff behind your eyes. That really, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. The stuff that other people don't always see. And as a Gemini, you can really repress while the other twin comes out, right? Breathe. But baby, there's a miracle here for you. You just gotta ask for it. Are you willing to forgive? Are you willing to see things differently? That's the gift of being a Gemini. You can always look at it from another perspective, right? Kitty cats. I have 3 adult cats and they still play like kittens with the toys. And I dosed them last night with a lot of catnip so they would leave me and my friend alone. Good. So, that's right. Don't have kids. Breathe. Speaking of, my goddesses of air and the sign of Gemini, please. I need one card in clarity. For the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, what do they need to be aware of inside of themselves, in their yin, particularly with this gambler archetype here, that intuitive aspect with miracles? What is it that they need to be aware of? This full moon in Gemini, their sign, to the new moon in Sagittarius, November, December, last day of November into December 2020. They got the gambler, they got the card of miracles, right? To call upon the angels of miracles with 7 of blades. Now, 7 of blades, this one, like the 7 of swords, is the 7 of swords, but it's not the same. It's not the same in terms of really the depiction. Here, we have a woman ice fishing, right? I don't remember the name of the culture or tribe right now, and I don't want to get canceled for it, but there it is, right? Holding a spear, silently and stilly over a hole in the ice, right? Waiting. Now, certainly that can speak of strategy, and that's usually what we think of, or at least what I think of. What I love, it's my oldest cat playing with one of those little plastic balls with the little bell in it. Let him have fun. He's over 10 years old. Let him enjoy his kitty moment. Right? So that thing, perhaps there's a strategy, a mental thing that is going on inside of you, right? Heart, throat, third eye, and crown. And maybe there is some stillness involved here. It is called meditation, right? And you don't usually think of the 7 in terms of meditation, right? The dude sneaking away with the swords. But this is about stillness. This is about watching the mind rather than the mind running you. And you're an air sign. I recommend breath work, right? Just follow the breath and allow the thoughts to go through, and you'll begin to, read Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. Definitely, if you haven't. You'll probably find it on YouTube in audio form for free. It's a wonderful book. It's a great place to start off with just a whole new way of looking at meditation, though very classic in a sense as well. So there's something here about meditation. It's saying really that you need to meditate, but also, if the word meditation is a little too Eastern for you and that's how you've seen it or perceived it, think of the word contemplation. It's not just about thinking, it's about kind of running this through. So this might very well be about contemplating your navel in the sense of your intuitive stuff going on, but to ask for the help of the healing angel of miracles? Just saying. What does this look like on the outside? Mythic tarot, the gods, right? We just did the goddesses. Let's ask the gods. the divine masculine aspect of all of this, the other half of the universal energy. My beloved gods of air and the sign of Gemini, Hermes in particular, my beloved brother, lover, friend, god, psychopomp, you are so hot and so tricky. Please, my beloved Hermes, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign from this full moon in their sign of Gemini to the new moon next in Sagittarius in December. They've got the gambler here, which is your bailiwick, my beloved, with the card of miracles, which is also your bailiwick, considering that the healing angel of miracles is just waiting to be called here. And with the goddesses talking about the Seven of Blades, that internal focus, but can be meditation and contemplation and sort of being still and feeling things out, but observing it more from the third eye than from the gut. So please, what does this look like in the yang force, in the external, either how they're appearing like an ascendant or a rising sign, or what they need to be aware of outside of themselves. Aha, 10 of Swords. Aha, air. You got, well, air is human. I mean, you're a Gemini and you got all swords and blades. I don't do reversals on YouTube. I avoid it like the plague. Not for a general read, right? On the inside, there is mental contemplation and meditation, but in the outside, look, I know everybody wants to say this card is betrayal because of the Rider-Waite deck, which is why I use other decks, and I love the Rider-Waite deck. Blessed be Pamela Coleman Smith, really. Where would we be without her? We would have no Rider-Waite tarot. I mean, really, she's one of my ancestors. If you're a reader, she's one of your ancestors too. This is about real resolution of some kind of mental thing. So what you're thinking about on the inside, I would say in this waning moon period, it completes. You need to be aware, but it is a mental resolution, right? And you see in the distance, just like every other, 10 of Swords card that's just not 10 cross swords, the sun rising in the distance. And that is Athena kind of putting an end to all of this. Look, she's saying, yo, Furies, back the fuck up. Back away from my boy. It's not her child, virgin goddess. But you know what I'm saying? It's like Athena steps in and is like, here's the truth. This is being put to rest. Now, if there's any sort of like gossip, or if there, you know what I mean? It's like that Gemini gambler stuff, what people are saying. Yes, there was a lot of mental anguish here for you in the external world, and I just don't think it's yours. I think other people were involved here. So a real miracle here. I mean, there's not a lot of water in here. I mean, obviously, you only have 2 tarot cards that are going to speak specifically of elements, if not major arcana. But your answers are inside of you. I just think all the pieces of the puzzle are done and they're on the table. You might just need to contemplate them. A very mental process, but I'm going to recommend stillness as well internally. And not that chaotic storm, but that 7 of Blades. Here, wait. My maiden broom. I also have a mother and a crone. She just likes to hang out and the cats like it. Okay, very, very interesting. 4 cards in, got 3 more to go. And really with that gambler archetype, you might be overthinking this. You might be overthinking this. I think this is why you're getting the card of meditation, to not still the mind. I mean, I think people get the wrong idea about Eastern meditation with that stilling the mind. The mind's function is to think. It's about being the still silent voice that watches the thoughts, right? So that the something from the soul can arise. The mind and the soul are not the same thing. Breathe. Yes, it's all part of a spectrum, but you can't say that blue is the same as yellow. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, through the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, our second of the 3 healing systems. Please, I need 1 card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from this full moon in Gemini, their full moon of the year, to the new moon next in Sagittarius. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please, a piece of luck, a piece of healing, a piece of grace, or a piece of the problem. What do they need to be aware of, embrace, implement, solve, deal with this full moon to new moon next November, December 2020? Romance! Romance, the luck card. Well, the luck card of romance. Dudette, if that's not too sexist. I'm a feminist. Don't worry about it. I was just raised by a very snarky family. Feminist snark, I'm down with it. This is so lucky. You should be so lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. You should be so lucky in love. I hope she just got a chill in a good way. Look, there's a risk here. There's no question that there is a risk here with this romance, right? And that's why you pray for a miracle. But a miracle involves surrender, my darlings. If there is control freakishness and overthinking here, that's part of the alchemical process too. But my sense is that there is somebody that you're in love with that you probably can't be with. I mean, otherwise, why all this 10 of Swords and 7 of Swords going on? A lot of overthinking, but you're an air sign. A miracle is available here. Otherwise, why would I mean, there's so many other cards that could have hit the table. But your gut, right now, I can see it. You're fighting your gut. You're fighting your truth. I don't know so much that you're fighting your heart. I think you know you love this person. And this is romantic, right? This is not familial. This is not buddies. This is romance. Very strong connection I'm getting here. But you're not together. Otherwise, why the gambler? Why the gambler? Taking a risk, walking away from security. And I do feel like others will doubt you on this. That you're walking away from something, but you've given it enough thought. But what do you feel? I can't believe I just asked that of an air sign. Tell me what you think about. I don't know how many conversations I've had with Geminis and air signs, and it's no shade. It's how you guys are wired, right? How do you feel? Well, I think. I'm like, I didn't fucking ask you what you think. How do you feel? Keep going. All right, so it's romance. We know that. Duh. All right, I have a feeling. But I just didn't want to go there, right? Everybody on YouTube, it's like, oh, you got the 10 of Pentacles, your soulmates. It's like, what? Our last oracle, the whispers of love from the higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. Hey, kitty, kitty. Do you want to come sit with me? Head bunk in the chair. Here, come on here. Come sit with Mama while she works. Come on, there he goes. That's my Melky. There he is. My youngest. My Bobby Brady. Brave. Higher selves of all involved. That feels really nice. Hi, please, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for this full moon in Gemini, their full moon of the year, to new moon next in Sagittarius this November into December 2020. What is the piece of inspiration, information, or insight that they need from their higher selves right now with this gambler on the table and a miracle in play if they ask for it, if they work with it, right? With meditation on the inner and 10 of Swords on the outer, there's a resolution. This sucker's resolved, but only on a mental level. There still needs to be action taken, I'm thinking here. And with the Ascended Masters giving us the luck card that they need to be aware of this romance. What do they need from their higher selves? Inspiration, information, or insight. Spiritual connection. Aries got this as well. Spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Dude, do that. My gems. You can walk away from this. You're going to do it again. Do you really want to wait another life? Do you really want to wait? I mean, even if it's like you just kind of like, we're sticking a fork in this and we're done and we're never speaking again. I hate you, right? At least, right? This, I don't know that that'll do it. I don't know that you got to marry them either. Maybe you do. Maybe that's what's written. But this is something you've done before. And that's why the card, that's why it's a risk. I mean, is it a risk? The risk is, do I take the miracle path or not? Well, you may not get exactly what you want, but you will get exactly what you need. This goes beyond this lifetime. I feel such love here. And I know it's a general read, but I feel like this has been a long time coming, and you've really done your due diligence mentally. No question about that. But this isn't about the mind. This is about the soul. The mind, Carolyn Mace, I think, said that the mind cannot heal itself, right? It is only the soul that can heal the mind or something like that. I'll find the quote. Let's healing mantra deck. Last card down. This is the third of the 3 healing systems. I love this deck so much. It's very helpful for me. But as an air sign with the meditation card in the yin position here, the internal, a mantra would be helpful, right? Something for you to chant silently or aloud, start in your coffee, scribble it on the walls at 5 a.m. if you want, you know. But from the Ascended Masters who gave you the romance card, let's see, like they would know, breathe. Don't be giggly. Hello, my Ascended Masters, please. What is the perfect mantra for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for this full moon in Gemini? Their full moon to new moon next in Sagittarius, November, December 2020, considering they are alchemizing. They need to alchemize the gambler. They need to call upon the angel of miracles. They need to go into meditation within themselves, contemplation. They need to be aware of the Ten of Swords vibe that's either coming off them or around them. They need to see and embrace this lucky romance vibe in their lives right now, and they need to know the inspiration, information, and insight from their higher selves that this is a spiritual connection that has gone on in other lives, no question. So what is the perfect mantra for them, please, my beautiful Ascended Masters? Deconstructing doubt, only my beliefs are in my way. Oh, gee, for an air sign, the hell you say? Oh, come on. Come on, only my beliefs are in my way. You have thought yourself into a trap. Well, actually, this is getting out of the trap, isn't it? Right? Like if the Eight of Swords is, you know, blindfolded and bound, and the Nine of Swords is, right? Then this is the resolution of this. But a lot of this has gone on in your head, sweetheart, and that's not a bad thing. It's part of the process. It's just not all of it is there's some real alchemy. There's a difference between a lead thought and a gold thought, right? A thought of fear or a thought of love. Yeah, A Course in Miracles, read A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. It's not the be all end all, but it's a good, somebody said to me once, A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson is like A Course in Miracles light, right? It's like, it's not hitting you with pure non-dualism over the head right away, but, you know, points to it. Let me read you what's in the bookie book here, Deconstructing Doubt, because doubt is totally loud. It's totally loud. You have to go through that process of doubt. But if something is, you're going to do it in this life, you're either going to go willingly or be dragged there. You might as well deconstruct doubt. Only my beliefs are in my way. As you deconstruct doubt, you are no longer lost in the concerns and curiosities of what if, but are more rooted in the truth of what is. And if you don't know what is, that's called uncertainty, which I think Geminis have a better time dealing with than Virgos, certainly, although we're both ruled by Mercury. When doubt is deconstructed, hardship is no longer a sign of misfortune. It is an opportunity to step outside your comfort zone and meet the higher aspects of soul that exist just beyond the boundary of the self. In other words, you are growing, but you don't see that this has all been to your benefit. All of this that's going on is to make you evolve as a soul. So the mind may not be able to see that. It's pushing you past your comfort zone. So it's right here, to step outside your comfort zone and meet the higher aspects of soul, meaning how you have grown and evolved. And yes, there's a risk. There always is. Come on, 40 years in the desert, Moses. Right? I mean, pick your archetypal journey, the scriptural, liturgical, fictional. You know, there's always a risk. There's always a gap. You know, if Luke Skywalker was just like, no, just stay home, beware of sand people, you know, it wouldn't have been the same movie. By the way, your dad says hi. This mantra is ideal for aligning with truth. Right? Deconstructing doubt, aligning with truth. You may not get it all at once, but aligning with it, being more self-actualized and transforming inferiority, because none of us are inferior. We're all the divine children. But you know, the alchemy from lead to gold, right? From fear to love, huge. You have a lot of help in spirit with this, with that angel of miracle. So let me give you the blessing. Breathe. May the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. For this full moon in Gemini, their full moon to new moon next in Sagittarius, November, December 2020, that they may really resolve what's going on in their external world, all this mental stuff with that 10 of Blades, through really the meditation, the focus within them, the contemplation that they need to see things differently as they deconstruct doubt, getting that only their beliefs are in their way, that then they can really activate and alchemize that soul power of the gambler to step out with faith, trusting their own intuition and their own gut, even when others don't, in this romance that feels like, it feels like the romance not just of one lifetime, but of many, as they call upon the healing angel of miracles to transform lead to gold, fear to love, pain to peace, isolation to union, for their well-being and for the well-being of all. So to be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, share, help me reach my goal. If you're new to my channel, and if you're not, thumbs up, my darlings. Comment. What's the gamble? What's the risk? If you can say. If you can say, what is the gamble? What's the risk? That's what I would like to know as a YouTuber reading comments. Thank you so much for your time. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed. I love you. Hang in there. Hell. Maybe this full moon to new moon next in Sagittarius, my lovely Gemini, stay outrageous, stay truly, truly, truly outrageous. Hell. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.